Hi, I'm Chris from Software Mining, and today I'm going to talk you through how to translate your code using our toolkit. So let's get started. When you launch the correct COBOL translation toolkit, you'll be met with this page. And from here, we want to go up to File and Setup, which will take us to the client information. On this page, you'll see there's a license server username and a license server password, which will be initially blank. Now, for your first evaluation of code, you may leave these blank, and it will present you your translated code in a format which is not copyable or savable. When you wish to take your evaluation further and form a full translation, get in touch with us and we will provide you with a set of credentials that you can put into these fields that will allow you to save your translated code. Next, we're going to go to the directory setup by clicking on the Directories tab to the left here. And on here, we've got multiple fields. These are all the different directories that we'll be working with. First is the source directory, which will be the file in which you have got all of your COBOL files which you wish to be translated. Next is the repository directory, which is where we will be gathering your files in preparation for translation. The rest are self-explanatory. The next tab on the left is the COBOL settings. Here we will see a drop-down menu for source platform, where you can select whichever source fits your application best. Below that is column settings, which by default have got the standard column positioning. But if you wish to change this for any specific applications, you can do that here. Next is the input file encoding, which auto detect should manage, but if not, there is a drop-down menu for any other options. And then we have got a list of checkboxes here. These are all for specific cases, so I'll not go through every single one of what they do. But if you hover over one, for example here, it will give you some further details on what exactly that checkbox does. Finally is the COBOL editor. If an error is encountered, this is what will launch. By default, it is using our COBOL editor, but if you wish to use any other, you just have to place in the file location of an executable. So to get on with the translating, we click on the Projects tab at the top. And on the left-hand side here, we can see the file location where we specified in the directory setup of where our source code is going to be. Then on the right side is the repository. So let's navigate to where what we want to be translated. I'm going to want to do test 1. And we can simply select and then click prepare, which will then move them here into the repository. If I wanted to add other files from different folders, I can click on any one of these and just prepare these as well. But for now, I'm just going to have these 3. Once they're in the repository, we next click on the Processing tab at the top. Now here, we've got the repository, but this time is on the left. And you can see here are the 3 files we prepared earlier. We click on any one of these we want translating. We click Analyze, which you can see moves it just here. And then we can click Translate. Now our file has been translated, and the output in whatever language you selected for it to be processed into can be found in the specified directory where you wanted your output to be in the setup. And that is how you translate your code with our toolkit. Once you've downloaded your files, get in touch with us and we'll provide you a link to download all the necessary libraries. Here they are, and you just simply click through them and add them to your class path. There is also the Java configuration files here, which you want to unzip into your class path. Your class path should now look something like this, with all the properties files here. The log4j, you don't have to use the one we provided. You can download your own separately if you wish. And we've got the 2 properties files here, which we'll be using to make any key adjustments. Take particular note of the db.properties. If you're using a database, you have to enter in your credentials there. And you'll need the JDBC drivers for whichever database you plan to use, you will need to get them independently and place them in this folder as well. Once this is all done, you can import it into Eclipse or whatever IDE you use. And you can see just here is one that I did earlier, and it is all imported correctly.